Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Appalachian Home Co. So in today's video, we are going to be sublimating some tumblers and some mugs using this brand new tumbler press that I got from Mokaru. They sent this to me free to show to you guys, so thanks to them for sending me this product. I'm going to be showing you how to sublimate some 20-ounce skinny tumblers and some 11-ounce mugs today. So first I'm going to show you everything that this machine comes with. So we're going to go ahead and unbox this. First of all, it does come with 20 sheets of sublimation paper, some heat gloves, of course a power cord, and some heat tape. It also comes with 2 extra fuses for your heating element in case something happens to that. And of course you have your actual tumbler press. This press only weighs about 15 pounds. It has a handle to open and close, as well as some adjusting knobs to adjust the size you are pressing. There's a power button on the right to turn it off and on, and also you'll need to hook up your heating element by plugging that into the side of your machine and tightening that screw. Next, we are ready to adjust the size according to whichever tumbler you are going to be pressing. Again, I'm using a 20-ounce skinny tumbler, so you just want to place your tumbler in your machine and adjust your handles. I make sure to adjust them equally on each side, and once you have a very firm pressure and you can close your machine, then you're ready to go. On the bottom of your machine, it does have some suction cups that helps your machine stay in place as you're pressing, and your power cord is going to go on the left side. You simply plug that into the left side of your machine and then plug that into your outlet, and you are ready to start heating this up. So here is everything you are going to need to sublimate your tumblers. You of course are going to need your heat press machine. This is not turned on or heated up yet, but I will show you how to do that in just a second. I'm also going to be using these heat gloves. These actually came with this press in the box. These are a necessity when you are removing hot tumblers from your press. We're also going to be using this heat tape. This also came with this tumbler press, so this is going to be for securing the designs around our tumblers. You're also going to need, of course, some sublimation tumblers. These came from Amazon, and I will link these below. They came with a lid and some metal straws. And then I'm also going to be using some butcher paper. I'm going to be wrapping my tumblers and my designs with a top layer of butcher paper just to keep ink from bleeding through onto the inside of my tumbler press. And this I think I ordered from Amazon. You can get it at Sam's as well. And then last, you're going to need your sublimation designs. I have already printed these out on my Epson 2760 sublimation printer that I converted. I will link a video up in the cards. You can see how I did that if you want to. This is printed out on the sublimation paper that actually came with this machine. It is super quality sublimation paper. It is thin and easy to wrap around your tumblers. I printed these images mirrored, so you want to make sure and print all your images mirrored when you're printing for sublimation. I have a coffee lover theme, and then I also have this watermelon theme as well. So I can't wait to try these. Now we're going to go ahead and get everything set up, ready to press our tumblers. So first I'm going to get our designs ready to place on our tumblers. I'm just taking a pair of scissors and cutting off one edge of the design because I want at least one clean edge on the face of my tumbler. That way I can just wrap these around and make sure that there is no white areas left when pressing these. So now I'm going to wrap our tumbler. You want to make sure that the lid is removed. You also want to make sure there's nothing in these tumblers. These come with a little wrapping that you can wrap them in if you sell these, so you want to make sure and take that out. One thing I did not mention was a lint roller. I do like to roll my tumblers to remove any dust or lint. Okay, now we're ready to place the design. I'm actually going to use this watermelon theme first. And to wrap the design, you want to make sure that the top end of your tumbler is on the correct side of your design. So I want this to be the top, so I'm going to place the top end along that edge. You want to make sure to place your tumbler where there is just a little bit of design showing above the top edge of your tumbler here and below the bottom edge here. So I'm going to start with this edge that I cut off the white. You want to make that the bottom layer, and you want to line this up to where your design is going to match. And now I'm just going to roll this up as tightly as possible. I'm going to remove some of this white area because I'm not going to need all of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a piece of this heat tape so that I can secure the middle portion when I get this wrapped up. I'm securing this side down, and then I'm just kind of pulling it as tightly as possible. I'm also going to add a piece of tape around the bottom and the top, and then I'm going to wrap up all of the seams and all of the edges so that no edges are open. That's going to prevent any ghosting or smearing of your image. Okay, so now I have my tumbler completely wrapped up. I'm going to put some butcher paper over the top of this, and then we're going to sublimate. I'm just going to cut off a small piece and wrap it around about once, and then I'm just going to use a couple pieces of the heat tape to secure it. You can also crunch in the top edge into the inside of your tumbler to keep the inside protected. Okay, so now we're ready to sublimate. The first thing you want to do is actually adjust your press to fit your mug. So here I have just a plain tumbler. I'm going to use this to adjust my pressure. So I'm just going to place this inside. This is cold, this is not on. So now I'm going to try to press this closed, and the pressure's just a little bit too much. So to change the pressure, I'm going to adjust these pressure knobs. Now there's two on the back. I'm going to adjust them at the same time, and I'm going to turn it this way to loosen the pressure just a little bit. And then that is the pressure that I'm going to be using to sublimate. You want a very firm, tight pressure. You don't want this to be loose at all. You want it as tight as you can press it. So now I can take my tumbler out. I have my pressure adjusted, and this is ready to start heating up. I'm going to show you how to set your time and temperature on the front of this machine. Okay, so now we're going to turn on our machine and adjust all of our settings. Make sure you have your plug in into your machine and into your outlet, and then make sure you have your element hooked in and ready to go. Now you just want to turn on your power button. Now you're going to see this screen pop up. You just want to go ahead and hit the set button. This is going to be your temperature. These are your arrows that's going to adjust it up and down. I have mine set at 180 degrees Celsius. I can't find an adjustment to change this into Fahrenheit. So 180 degrees Celsius is around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now for your time, you're going to hit the set button one more time. And this is going to be the amount of seconds you are going to press. When you're doing tumblers, you're going to have to do two different presses. So 50 seconds at 180 degrees Celsius works great. Then we're going to flip our tumbler around and press it again at 180 degrees Celsius for 50 more seconds. Once you have all of your settings adjusted, you're going to hold the set button until this pops up. And now you can see that I have started heating up. One thing that this machine does recommend is that you put a blank tumbler inside your press as your machine is heating up. This actually extends the life of this press. When I close this to heat it up, my timer is going to start, so you are going to hear a couple beeps. I'm just going to open this back up and restart the timer until this reaches 180 degrees, and after that we're ready to press. So now my heat press is completely heated up. I'm going to put on my heat gloves and remove that tumbler I had in there while it was heating up. Now you can go ahead and install your first tumbler and go ahead and close that. And I'm going to wait for this to count down. You can see there is a seam here at the top that's not going to get pressed. So after this first press, I'll flip it around 180 degrees and immediately press again. And after that, we'll be done with our first tumbler. These tumblers are very, very extremely hot, so you want to make sure and have those heat gloves on when you're removing it. I'm just going to let this one cool just for a couple minutes. Go ahead and remove the tape, butcher paper, and design, and we're going to see how our first tumbler turned out. Okay, so we have all of our paper removed. If some of your paper sticks like this, which mine did, don't worry, you can take a little bit of soap and water and scrub this off. So I'm going to take some water and soap and a sponge and scrub this off, and we're going to see how our final product looks. So here is our final tumbler. I love this. This is so gorgeous. The colors did really come out really good on this. Here is the bottom. You can see how we wrapped that edge. There are some areas that did not sublimate. I just want to check my line to make sure when I'm placing my designs, I get that full edge around the top. But other than that, I love the way this turned out. The colors are so pretty on this. So we're going to go ahead and sublimate our other tumbler. Then I'm going to show you how you can do 2 mugs at once in the same tumbler press. Okay, so now we're going to work on doing some mugs. This tumbler press can do 11 to 15 ounce mugs. So here's an 11 ounce mug, what we're going to be working with today. But it also can do 15 ounce ones. So you see the height difference there. And also there is a difference in diameter. I already went out and printed out some designs. These designs are 8.75 inches wide and 3.75 inches tall. So these are going to work for the 11 ounce mugs. These are from Amazon. These are sublimation mugs. So again, I'm just going to cut off one of these sides. Now the mugs are going to be a little bit different because we have the handle to deal with. We're not going to be able to sublimate under this handle with the mug press. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start my design right at the handle. So now we're going to place this around our mug. And now we're just going to tape this up, and I'm going to adjust the pressure of the heat press. So I've let this heat press cool down. I'm going to place my mugs inside it just to adjust the pressure. You can see it's way too tight right now. So I'm just going to loosen my handles until I can get a firm close on these mugs. When you are doing ceramic mugs, you want to change your settings. You're still going to leave your temperature at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, but you're going to change your seconds for 200 seconds, and we're only going to do one press on these mugs. I am so super happy how all of these tumblers and mugs turned out using this heat press. I plan on using this so much more to make tumblers and mugs. I'm going to leave all of the info for this tumbler press down in the description box. Again, thank you to Mokaru for sending me this press to show you guys. If you have any questions about this press or about sublimation, leave them in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as I can with answers. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing and leave me a thumbs up if you like this video or this kind of content. And I will see you guys back in a few days with another video.